Story of Charlotte Flair poisoning Tiffany Stratton in a shocking backstage incident. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Tiffany Stratton poisoned by Charlotte Flair in shocking backstage incident. WWE scandal exposed. In the ruthless world of WWE, betrayal comes in many forms. Steel chair shots, backstage ambushes, career-ending stipulations. But nothing could have prepared the WWE Universe for what just unfolded. Tiffany Stratton, the center of the universe, poisoned. And the culprit, the queen herself, Charlotte Flair. This is the chilling, explosive story of how one of the most respected women in WWE history crossed every line imaginable, and nearly ended the career of her greatest threat. The rise of Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton's meteoric rise to WWE stardom wasn't just about beauty and charisma. She delivered in the ring. She captivated with promos. And she dominated the women's division with the poise of a veteran and the confidence of a queen. By early 2025, she had already racked up monumental wins over names like Bayley, Naomi, and even Becky Lynch. She was dubbed the center of the universe. But with every step she took up the ladder, she cast a shadow over a certain legend. Charlotte Flair. Charlotte had been absent for several months, recovering from injury and allegedly considering retirement. Yet whispers in WWE circles suggested something else entirely. Charlotte doesn't want to come back, because she doesn't want to be number 2. And Tiffany was the reason why. Charlotte's return. April 2025, Charlotte Flair made a surprise return on WWE Raw. The crowd erupted. The queen was back, but her demeanor was different. No strut, no smile, just cold, calculating eyes locked on one person, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany, standing in the ring during a post-match interview, was ambushed from behind. Charlotte dropped her with a thunderous big boot. No words, just dominance. The next week, Charlotte explained her actions in a chilling promo. Tiffany Stratton is a copy of a copy of a copy. I'm not here to pass the torch. I'm here to remind you who lit it in the first place. And with that, the rivalry was born. The mind games begin. Over the next few weeks, Charlotte played psychological warfare. Tiffany's locker was vandalized with the words, "You'll never be me." Her matches were disrupted by flickering lights and distorted versions of Charlotte's theme music. Tiffany, to her credit, stayed strong. She fired back with fiery promos. Charlotte may be royalty, but I'm a one-woman empire. And empires devour queens. The fans were torn, some loyal to the legacy of Flair, others drawn to Stratton's fresh energy and savage confidence. But behind the scenes, something far darker was brewing. The poisoning. May 19, 2025, a night that changed everything. Backstage footage released by WWE showed Tiffany Stratton moments before her main event match against Io Sky. She appeared healthy, confident. She was seen sipping from her personalized energy drink, standard pre-match routine. But within minutes of walking toward gorilla position, everything changed. Tiffany collapsed. Security and medical staff rushed in. She was disoriented, vomiting, barely able to stand. The main event was cancelled. Panic spread through the arena. Within the hour, WWE officials confirmed Tiffany Stratton had been poisoned. She was rushed to a nearby medical facility. Initial tests confirmed the presence of a foreign substance in her system. An investigation was launched, and all eyes turned to one suspect. The evidence. WWE's internal security team reviewed every frame of footage. And what they discovered shocked the entire locker room. At 7:36 p.m., just 40 minutes before Tiffany's collapse, Charlotte Flair was seen entering the women's locker room, alone. She carried a small black duffel bag. At 7:40 p.m., she exited. At 7:41 p.m., Tiffany's energy drink, previously untouched, was no longer sealed. Camera angles weren't clear enough to show exact actions. But in the court of public opinion, the verdict was instant. Social media exploded. #Justice for Tiffany. #ban Charlotte. But Charlotte, she remained silent. No interviews. No statements. Just a cold smirk on her next appearance. Charlotte speaks. 1 week later, WWE granted Charlotte Flair 5 minutes of live mic time on Raw. She entered the ring to a chorus of boos. And then, she spoke. Poison. You think I poisoned Tiffany Stratton? Please. If I wanted her gone, I'd do it in the middle of this ring. I don't need chemicals. I am the poison. She denied responsibility, while practically confessing. Tiffany was given everything. The spotlight, the push, the brand. But she forgot who built this house. And I don't knock on doors. I kick them in. The crowd was stunned. Officials backstage were livid. But the ratings, sky high. The Queen had crossed into villainy so deep, it was captivating. Tiffany's recovery. For 2 weeks, Tiffany Stratton remained off WWE television. She later appeared via a pre-recorded interview, pale but defiant. Charlotte tried to take my career. But she forgot one thing. Queens rule by fear. Empires rule forever. Doctors confirmed she'd suffered from acute foodborne toxin exposure, but she was expected to make a full recovery. By June, she returned to SmackDown. The crowd welcomed her back with deafening cheers. Tiffany didn't wrestle that night. But she did call out Charlotte Flair. You want war, Charlotte? Then prepare for total annihilation. Because I'm not just coming for your throne. I'm coming for everything. The match was set. SummerSlam 2025, Tiffany Stratton vs. Charlotte Flair. No disqualification. SummerSlam. August 3, 2025 SummerSlam. The air was thick with tension. Charlotte Flair entered first. Regal, ruthless. Tiffany followed. Now known as the Phoenix. New gear, new energy, and vengeance in her eyes. The match wasn't a technical classic. It was a war. Steel chairs, Singapore canes, kendo stick shots that echoed like thunder. Charlotte targeted Tiffany's midsection, perhaps hoping to trigger her prior symptoms. But Tiffany fought back with fire. At one point, Tiffany shouted, "Try poisoning me now, witch." She wrapped a chain around her elbow and smashed Charlotte with it. The final moments came fast. Charlotte tried the figure 8. Tiffany reversed it into a pinning powerbomb. 1, 2, kick out. Tiffany sprang up, prettiest moonsault ever, onto a steel chair. 1, 2, 3. Tiffany Stratton had beaten Charlotte Flair. The Phoenix had risen. Aftermath. Charlotte Flair disappeared from WWE programming following SummerSlam. No interviews, no appearances, no social media. WWE later issued a kayfabe suspension for unsportsmanlike conduct during an internal investigation. But insiders say Charlotte requested time off, humiliated by the storyline fallout. Tiffany, meanwhile, was crowned as WWE's top star. She appeared on Raw, SmackDown, and even NXT, where she declared, "No one poisons this generation. I am the moment." Merchandise sales exploded. Fans dubbed her the antidote to the past. And the women's division felt reborn. But questions remained. Did Charlotte